Make sense? Have I told y'all the honey story? Anybody in here, have I told you the honey story?
No.
Honey, you?
You told me, but don't ask me to retell it.
All right. Let me tell you the honey story. So, I got a friend, and his name is Jim. Okay? Jim sells honey. Best honey you ever had. We used to bring honey to me all the time. I would tell my friends about this honey. Well, you know, life happens, and I just haven't talked to Jim for a long, long time. Just haven't. But you know, like any friend, I can reach back out to him today and talk to him, right? I'm scrolling through my phone one day, and I see his name. I'm like, shit, I hadn't talked to Jim in a long time. I need to reach out and say hello to Jim. Man, he had some good honey. I'm going to stop on the way home and buy some honey. It ain't as good as Jim's, but man, I just got a taste for some honey, right? That's the same with real estate. When you are intent, staying top of mind with people that you know, the people that they know, when they start talking about real estate, they're going to throw your name out. So you just be the honey. Make sense? You're the honey. You just got to keep in touch with folks on a regular basis. So when you're in touch with them, when it's time, so they're out hanging out at a restaurant with friends, and someone says, "Man, I got orders, I got to go." You're like, dude, you got to call Tammy. Fucking, she's bomb duty. Call Tammy, she'll sell it. You have, all you're doing is keep in touch with them as a friend, right? We'll talk about that in live interviews in a second. However, so if you only have, your goal is to get about 50 people, and you'll see that down below when we talk about database. So if you don't have 50 A's, not 50 total, 50 A's in your database. A's are raving fans. What I mean by raving fans is that they're sitting here and they hear somebody over here talking about real estate, and I'm like, hold on. Hey, I don't know you, but I heard you talking about real estate. You have got to call Bryce. Call him. Right? Those are your A's. They're like your billboards everywhere they go. You know they're going to refer you and nobody else. B's, everybody else you know. Make sense? Yeah? Can we close our computers?
Yeah.
Thank you. It's just distracting. So, B's, they're the ones that have asked. So if they're sitting there and somebody comes up and says, "Hey, do you know anybody in real estate?" They'll be like, yeah, you gotta call Raquel. She's killer. Freaking, she's got a team, she's killing it. You know what I mean? Those are your B's, if asked. C's are everybody else you know. And D's are people you want to delete. Okay? We'll get to that in a second. But as you're making your conversations and live interviews, you're going to run into new people, hopefully, we'll talk about that, to where you add people to your database. Buyer appointments and listing appointments, they're basically that. You do a buyer consult with somebody, and you do a listing appointment with somebody. How many do you do each week? If you do a consult this week, do you think you're going to get someone to write an offer? Probably. If you do 2 a week, right? That's what, 8 a month? Do you think one of those people are going to write an offer? Or list a house? Yes. So your goal when you're having conversations with folks and they're talking about doing it in real estate, you know what? Let's take some time to come in the office. Let me show you how easy it is. Let's just go over what it looks like. I don't do anything. It doesn't obligate you anything. I don't want to practice anyway. Come on and sit down. And you do a consult. And they're like, you know what? That's easy. Yeah, let's do it. If not, you're building value. You know, I talk to folks and they're like, you know, I got these friends, but they barely pay their bills. They can't do anything. They're gonna buy nothing. I'm not gonna hang out and talk to them. I mean, if they're friends, they know people that can buy, right? I know I've told you the Tootsie Roll story. Holy shit, folks.
Maybe we need a story date.
You know you're doing real estate too long when you have stories with Tootsie Roll and honey and all this other stuff, because everybody looks at you like, what? So years ago, I had a guy walk in and I was on duty. He comes in with a backpack. Well, actually, let me start over. He actually called. He called about a property. He was on duty. And I said, come on in the office. He's like, I gotta need a cab. I gotta need a cab. Come in, I'm anyway to drive. Okay, I'm thinking, this is a winter. Shit, I ain't gonna get nothing out of this. Guy comes in, you know, he's all raggedy, has a backpack, comes in, he's like, all right, take him up to my office, sit down, and just start to talk about the buying process. All right, go over agency, and we start talking, and he says, yeah, I like this house and I want to buy it. I said, okay, how you plan on paying? He pulls out his backpack, and you know those big Tootsie Roll containers that has lots of Tootsie Rolls? He opens it up and just starts dumping cash on my desk. No shit, this really happened. He starts dumping cash on my desk out of the Tootsie Roll, and he had like 5 of them in there. And he says, I get disability payment every month, and I just keep it, I don't put it all in the bank. And I've just been saving in this house. I mean, it's a $40,000 house, right? But
he had $40,000 cash.
he had $40,000. He had more than $40,000 cash. And I was like, whoa, stop. It doesn't work like that. Look, we need to put all that away, and then let me explain everything. So I did a whole consult with him, and I said, you need to take that cash. It needs to go to the bank. You can't just go to an attorney, you know. And then after it's in the bank, because it's going to take a little bit for it to cure with the bank, that kind of money. They just, you know, throw cash in the bank. They'll just say, okay, you can make a withdrawal tomorrow. Normally it sits for a couple of days. So then you'll just get a check to go to closing, but let's go look at the house. So we looked at it, wrote the offer, he had the cash. I was able to tell the agent, look, he dumped the cash on my desk. I don't have a written proof of funds, but I can tell you he's got the cash, I saw it. So the guy bought the house. It's right over here off Johnson Street, like right by the old railroad tracks, right at the corner. He's got a small little pool in the backyard that he put in. And he walks to his doctor's appointments and everything else. And he sent me a ton of business. Just because I took the time to help him with that. That's a Tootsie Roll story. He pulled Tootsie Rolls out and put some cash.
Yeah, that's
So-
the first I've heard that story.
Really?
Yes.
So don't judge a book by a cover. There's a guy that drives around town. He used to, I don't know if he's still around. He drove an old red Chevy truck, and he had windows you couldn't see shit in. They had films everywhere. He had crap all over the dash. You're surprised he could even get in the truck. That man had a couple $1 million cash. You never would have thought about looking at him. So please don't judge a book by the cover. I'm living because I've seen it. I work with it. They are like that. So give everybody a chance. They will send you business. It's not about them. It's about who you know. And think about the appointments, right? So in order to get an appointment, you got to talk to people. To grow your database. And when you talk to people, we'll get to that. All right. So let's take appointments by appointments. So the other thing you can do is write cards, right? Somebody had something happen to them recently. It could be something great, it could be something bad. Take some time to write a handwritten card and just drop it in the mail. Hey, I was thinking about you today. Just wanted to know that you're in my thoughts. Hope everything goes great. If you can help with anything, please let me know. I don't say anything about real estate. I don't even put my business card in it. I just send it to them because they know who I am. I don't want to put a business card because that devalues it. It makes it look like I'm trying to get business, right? If you haven't sent the cards out that say, I am now with Coldwell Banker Seacoast, you got to get those out. Like
And we
now.
have a bunch of them.
The reason being is because you're going to send those out. When you send them out, you put your business card in, take one of those peel and stick magnets and put it in the back of your business card so that they take the business card and put it on the fridge and don't throw it away. Because you know what happens? You open up the card, business card falls out. Oh, that's cool. Oh, look at that. Well, Bill, he's in real estate now. That's cool. That's cool. All right. I'll remember that. Life happens. I gotta sell real estate. You know what? You need to go Dominique. Well, Bill lost an opportunity because someone told him to go Dominique. But if you put a magnet on it that sticks on the fridge and they see it every day, you're now the honey. See what I'm saying? If you send it out now, what's coming up? What holiday's coming up?
Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Christmas. It's a great time for another card, for a Christmas card. And you don't put a business card in those. People ask, do you put business cards in those? No! It's personal. You should be sending these to people you know that know you. There's no reason to put a business card. Okay? There's not. And if you put a magnet on the back, you don't need to keep sending them every 6 months so they make sure they have them. It's on the fridge. We do that, right? Every 6 months, you're like, oh, I'm going to send them another one. Shit, I know they probably lost the last one. Oh, put it in the fridge. Magnet in the back. I used to order this time of year, people order calendars. You ever get a calendar from a real estate agent? Has their picture, business card, a little tear-off calendar they put in the fridge. I would order the measurement calculations, for cups, a quart, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because they leave that. That's not annual. So that I can just do one every couple years instead of doing it every year. Think smarter. I don't spend that much money. So the next year I just do the new people that didn't get one last time. Right?
Mm-hmm.
These little tips and tricks save you money, but they're also lasting impressions to get you more business. Note cards. Use those for note cards. Write those. You should be doing 10, 10 a week, I think is what it is. 10 a day, actually. Referrals. How many referrals did you get, and how many did you send out? I only know people in Chicago or Atlanta. I don't care. Especially if you have military ties. I don't know people in Pendleton. Well, that's awesome, because do we have people coming here from Pendleton?
Every
Damn
day.
right we do. Right? I know you've got former Army folks. They still come here. We do have Army that come here. So I'm telling you, keep in touch with them. If nothing else, they say, man, I'm moving to Fayetteville. Can you help me there? I know you're in North Carolina. I can't, but I can connect you with somebody. You don't want to practice in Fayetteville. You don't know the market. You don't know what's going on. There's too much when you're working with a buyer. Not just that, it's just you need to know the businesses and everything going on that's going to affect that property, and you don't from here. You just don't. So, but you can send it out for sure. Social media posts. Intentional. I don't mean the drip campaigns that you set up. Meaning Social Bay, how it posts for you. Okay, that's cheating. What I do mean is when you go in and you take someone else's listing and you intentionally fill the calendar for the week. Yes, I did 3 for this week. Cool. Or you do a home valuation post. Yep, I did another one. That's 4 for today. That's intentional, right? It's not automatic. Make sense?
Yeah.
Or you do a video where you take and go to your website and you take the address and you post it on your social media. I encourage you to connect all your social media platforms to Social Bay. Because when you post on Facebook, where does it go? Facebook. And maybe Instagram if your Instagram is attached. If you post on Social Bay, where does it go?
Everywhere that you have it connected to Social Bay.
And Social Bay has like 6 different places you can connect it to, right? So you have one post that gets maximum exposure, meaning lots of other people. And you can track the responses. In analytics, you can see if people are reacting and if it's a good post or not. Because then you can start figuring out, hey, I need to post more of that. They like that house, let me find more and post more of those, right? This is how you drive traffic. This is how you get more action on your social media. But you gotta, if you're not tracking it, writing down that I'm doing it, and then we start getting the analytics, okay, what's working, what's not. Mm-hmm. But you gotta practice in business. Make sense? I know we've talked about some of that.
Ray has to do that.
Yeah. Other prospecting. For sale by owners, expires, door knocking, open houses. That's what those abbreviations are, right? How many for sale by owners? Look, if you don't have your radar on going down the road, what I mean by radar, another one should be in there is driving for dollars. You're going down the road and you see for sale by owner. You're cruising, you see for sale by owner, you should be like, hi, you got a for sale by owner sign. Can you tell me about your house? Where's the agent? See? Yeah, cool. 3 minutes, 2 baths. Yeah, I'm not working with agents. Cool. What are you asking for? 187 for this 2 bed, 2 bath. That's cool. Can I take a look around? Well, no. Do you have a buyer? I don't know. I'm not going to see your house. Let's look. Well, it's not in great shape. Oh. And you want 187? How'd you come up with that price? Zillow. Oh, okay. You know what? I can actually show you a whole analysis. It doesn't cost anything, what it would sell for today and what you should expect. If you let me take a quick look around, I can put that together and come back. Who are you? I mean, that's the worst, right? Yeah. But look, that's your radar. Real estate, that's what we do. They have a sign up front that says, I want to sell. I need help. You should be stopping. But how? What if they don't? This is no soliciting. The for sale by owner sign trumps that, and I don't care. I'm still not going to do it. You want to make it hurt. They're trying something on their own. They don't know what they're doing, right?
Robin Burke has gotten a lot of business doing that.
Who?
Robin.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's some others. Some other ways to get business that we're going to talk about. Don't be afraid to go up and knock on the door. Well, if they don't know that you don't know what you're doing. No offense. They don't. They don't know who you are. They have no clue. They don't know how many houses you sold or haven't sold. No clue. Who are you with? Cole Baker. How many houses you sell? Our office sells a shit ton. Really? Yeah. I didn't say me, I just said our office. Perception, folks. Okay? If you don't know what to say, come see me. I've got scripts I'm going to get to you because I know you need to know. Expireds. If you're watching a hot sheet, you're looking at expireds. An expired is somebody that had their house listed for sale and the listing agreement is no longer active. It's no longer valid, which means there's no agency agreement, which means you can call that seller. That call is, I know you do expireds, right? Oh shit, why not? You love phone calls, you need to do it. Get IT can send you a list of expireds for a community that you want, and then you just call them. And then you can run it off the do not call list. Yeah, that's a great way. I know you love dialing. That's shit. That's how you get listed. We ain't got that far, but we were gonna get that far. And you just simply call the expired and say, hey, I noticed that your home is no longer being marketed for sale. Wait, what? Yeah, it came off the market today. It's not active for sale anymore. Why? I need to call Jim. Why didn't Jim call me? I don't know, Jim. I don't know. I just want to see if you still want to sell your house. Well, yeah, we got to move. Well, don't tell me nothing. You know, I'd love to show you what we can do to help sell your home. Can I come out and take a look? I mean, I'd like to call Jim. I mean, that's fine. I just don't know why Jim didn't call and tell you that your house was expiring. Why don't you, someone like me that watches things, let me come out and at least look at your home and talk to you about what we can do. Is that a conversation you can have? Pretty easy, right? Well, we make it harder than it is. That's all you can do for expired. You're not trying to get the house listed today. What are we trying to do? How about a listing appointment, folks? I'm just trying to get the appointment. And if they start saying, well, don't tell me that, I got to cover agency with you. I'll cover that when I come out there. Well, my other agent didn't tell me any of this. Unfortunately, we see that a lot. But I do things the right way, let me cover with you, and then I can cover with everything. By the way, I have some time today at 2 or this evening at 5. What works for you? Don't let them push your time around. Give them 2 times. I can do today at 3 or tomorrow at 5. Which works for you? Well, I can't do this. Can you come right now? I'm sorry, I can't come right now. I got too much to do. I'm gonna sit right here. I got my cool TV show coming on. If you let them control your time right now, they're gonna run you crazy. Okay? No. But I tell you what, I can come by here at 12 o'clock today. Does that work for you? You need to set the tone up front that you're the professional. If you don't, they're gonna remove you.
You are hella late.
Door knocking. Door knocking is very, very simple. And if you combine that with an open house, it makes it even easier because it gives you a reason to go knock. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing an open house up the street. As a courtesy to your neighbor, I'm just inviting your neighbors. It's going to be tomorrow from 11 to 2. If you'd like to come by, love to have you. All right, thank you. Hey, here's some information. Do you own the house? Do you rent? Yeah, we own. Cool. Have you any thoughts of, are y'all planning to leave in the next year? Nope. All right, well, look, just a couple quick questions. What brought you by here? What made you buy this community? Well, I mean, it's close to base. Okay. Anything else that stands out that you love? Cool. Just helps me when buyers come in, and I can explain to them some things about the community to help the seller. Although, by the way, I send out information on real estate from time to time. Would you like for me to include that to you? I can email it to you if you like. I won't bug you, just send you some real estate tips and stuff. All right. Yeah. Cool. Can you give your name and just email address, please? Thanks. You know, research shows that people would love to pick their neighbor. Do you know anybody moving to town that would like to buy that house? Okay, I appreciate you thinking about it. If you think of anybody, here, my number's on the bottom of the flyer. Please give me a call. Love to talk to you. Have a good day. Hey, how you doing? That's what you do. That's door knocking. It's not easy. Now I can add someone to my database. I got a new contact right here on my sheet. See how easy that is? We're tracking our business. And that's the same with open houses. When you do an open house, make sure you submit it to our marketing departments. They do the marketing for you. And it gets your name out in front of folks, right? But don't just do an open house and open a door and don't put any signs and balloons or nothing out. Because you're not going to get anybody. It's kind of like, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to do an open house and I'm just waiting for someone to come up here and talk to me about real estate. Is that going to happen? Hell no, that ain't going to happen. Maybe once in like 30 years. I'm really on a trail. You know what I mean? That ain't going to work. So, do everything you can to get your name out. Get directional signs. Alpha Mortgage partner with an Alpha Mortgage lender. They have directional signs for open house that you can get from them for free, right? Go to Walmart and buy a little helium tank with balloons. It's like $30 with like 30 balloons. Tie a balloon in each one of those signs and put a crumb trail from the main road at every corner back to that house. Because now you only now you won't only catch traffic from online. You're going to catch drivers, people that weren't even thinking about coming to look. And they walk in. Hey, how you doing? Take a look around. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be right here. I'll be close by, but I'm not going to be right on your tail, especially if it's furnished, right? You don't want to be like following around where they go, but you kind of want to be where you can see if they're going through shit. They don't want to be going through stuff. If it's vacant, I'll be right here. Hello, come on down whenever you're done and we'll talk. Right? That's how easy it is. I'm telling you, don't make it harder than it is. It's not that hard. We have so many tools and systems to help y'all. Driving for dollars, it's not on here, but it needs to be. Anybody know what that is? Simply driving around and you see a house that looks vacant. Again, it's like a FSBO. 123 Main Street. Cool. Get back to the office, put in the address. It says tax record says it's owner occupied. Obviously, it's not. I'm going to go and find your phone number, run it through do not call, then I'm going to call them. Hey, I was in your neighborhood, drove by your house. It looks vacant. Are you all thinking about selling your house? What are you thinking about doing? Well, actually we are. We just moved and had to get out real quick and get over here to California. Okay. Well, if you'd like to, I can throw some numbers together for you and tell you what it would sell for. Is there any way I can get access to take a look at the house? Yeah, my neighbor has a key. What's your neighbor's name? Do you have a number? Cool. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to reach out and talk to them. After I talk to them and get in the house, I'll let you know when I'm going. And then after I take a look at it, I'll put together some information that's going to show you how much your house is going to sell for, how long it's going to take to sell, what you're going to make at the end of the day, and what your competition is. How's it sound? Pretty good? Awesome. Thank you so much. By the way, my name's Al. Can I get an email from you real quick? I want to send you over just a little bit of information about me. Awesome. Great. Have a good day. I'll keep you updated as I go. Maybe even asking, how do you prefer me to communicate with you? Do you like text, email? Let me just call you. You set the tone up front, right? How hard is that? See a vacant house. That's driving for dollars. So are we driving by homes every day?
Yep.
Even when we go home, take a different ride home. When you go to show homes, looking at them as you're going to go show homes, right? Easy stuff. How many of those did I do today? Follow-ups made. Follow-ups with friends. Follow-ups with pendings. That kind of stuff. Pending sales. And when you work your database, you're following up with them. Put a check there. Pipeline updates logged. What that means is whenever you update, when you talk to folks, add a new contact, where do they got to go? Where do you got to put them?
CRM.
In your CRM. CRM stands for Contact Relationship Management System. That's where you manage everybody you know. In other words, you put in notes. I talked to Jim today. His honey's still awesome. I'm getting some today. Follow up the next month. Then I go to my calendar and I put a reminder. Follow up with Jim next week. Right? Pretty easy, huh? It's that simple. That's simple. If we don't track it, how do we know we're doing it? You don't have to do Saturday, Sunday. You're to the business and you're eager, you probably do more on Saturday and Sunday if you have the time. If not, do this every day. Come in the morning, watch the hot sheet. The next 2-3 hours, figure out what you're gonna do and do it. The great thing right now would be send out those cards. For those of you who already sent those cards and are now with Seacoast, send handwritten cards. Start following up with people you know. We'll talk about how to follow up with them in a minute. Right? After you talk to them, update your database, put in your calendar for a reminder to talk to them again. And when I put my reminders in, it's between 9 and 11 every day. So I put in my calendar at 9:30, right? Follow up with Ray. Ask him about how his kids did in the soccer game this weekend. And then at 9:30, I'm also going to say follow up with Jenny. See if she got on her bike this weekend. Simple text. Hey Jenny, did you get on your bike? Oh, that's cool. Me too. I'm just talking about a motorcycle. I don't say shit about real estate. She knows I'm real estate. What am I going to say? Awesome, Jenny, thanks. Hey, by the way, do you know anybody looking to buy or sell? They're going to quit talking to you, folks. Don't do that shit. Don't. Right? When I follow up with Ray, hey man, how'd the girls do? Did they win? Hell yeah, that's cool. When's the next game? I want to try to make it. You're being a friend. That's all you can do is be a friend. You're top of mind. You're being the honey. Make sense?
Yeah.
Weekly snapshot, the end of each week. How many active listings do you have right now? How many homes do you have pending under control, under contract? How many hot buyers and hot listings do you have? Hot buyer and hot listing is defined as anybody looking to do something in the next 90 days, right? And when you should be keeping a list of those folks. And when you have a list of those folks, and you have, let's say we had 3 hot buyers and 2 hot listings, and we see this at the beginning of every week, okay? These hot buyers, who are they, and why are they not buying right now? And you're trying to figure it out why, and you come and see me. I got this buyer, and I can't get him over the edge. And I'm gonna ask you where you at in the process. And you're gonna be like, what do you mean, what process? Yep, have you covered agency with them? I sent it to them, okay, have you covered it with them? No, okay, then they haven't, they just inquired, it's not really anything, you haven't met with them, done anything. Have you done a consult with them? Yep, cool, have that pre-approved? Nope, okay, that's what we gotta work on. Just reach out to them, say, hey man, I know we had a consult, I know you're looking about the next 3 months, but why don't we reach out to a lender today, it doesn't hurt your credit, right? Let's just see where things are. I want to make sure that we can shop where you want to shop. I'll help you with language with that, but it's how you figure it out, right? I got someone I'm thinking about buying, okay, where they're in the process. And it's how you start building your systems. Make sense? Same with hot listings. I've got someone now, they're going to sell next week, they're going to sell at the first of the year. Okay, when do they need to leave? Well, they're moving in March. Oh. Okay, so they need to be out by March. Yeah. Let me ask, how long does it, y'all were at the office meeting yesterday, how long does it take to sell homes? Remember the stats? What's the average?
45 days.
45 and 60. 45 and 60. Nice guess. 45 and 60. So if I'm thinking 60 days, and they gotta sell in March, right? That puts me back till January, February. So we need to go on the market. Okay? If they have anything to do to the house, they need some time. They need about a month or 2, right? So when should we be talking about doing numbers?
December.
We should be talking numbers now. Hey, you know what? I know you don't have to go to March. Let me show you the market's at now. I'll update it again when we get close to that point, but let me show you where it's at now. I'll take a look at your house. I'll see what you plan to do, give you some tips, right? And then when it comes time, I'll run the numbers again, we'll get photos, and you explain the process so they know what to expect. People are like, you know what, Al? I go and see them. I want them to sign documents today because I don't want to lose them. I want them to go somewhere. They're going to go somewhere else if I go meet with them today. They're going to shop. Shame on you. You just told me you're not keeping a good relationship with them. That's what you just told me. I'm focused on just the sale. Your follow-up should be enough to where they're not going anywhere else, right? And if they do go somewhere else, go find more business. They were going to be a pain in the ass. They were going to take money from you. They were going to want you to cut your commission. They were going to want you to pay for things in the process. And they were going to cost you more business just working with them, okay? Tell me from experience. So don't follow your process. If you don't have one, let's get one together. Your database, your goal is to get 50 A's. Al, how many do I have to have in my database to get 50 A's? I mean, you could have 50 people that are just stellar, but you want to make a list of everybody you know. They're not all going to be A's. You're probably going to have, I don't know, 500 or 1,000 people in your database. I've got 14,000 people in my database. Yep, 14,000. How many A's I got? 86. How many B's I have? 41. Yep, I still know that. You know how much marketing I did when I got out of real estate and started this job? How are we gonna do Popeyes? Hey, how y'all doing today? Yeah, run your business. That's cool. Man, I cannot wait. It's supposed to be cool this week. Man, I can't wait for that. Al, what are you doing? Just thought I'd stop in and see you. So how you doing? I hadn't talked to you for a while. Let's come hang out. Well, aren't you working? Yeah, man, I gotta go look at a house here. Sure, it's about an hour. Really? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go drive out in the community and do driving for dollars, but they don't know that. I'm just gonna go look at a house. Awesome. They know I'm real estate, I just told them. And they asked what I'm gonna eat. So, what's going on with you, man? How's the family? Yeah? No going on anywhere for Christmas? Staying around? Awesome. Cool. Who's Joe over there? Tell me about him. How about Jim? He said something about honey. See what I mean? I made a friend with him, and I got to know two of the people. I could have two people in the database because they'll probably come over. If not, when I leave and I come back in a couple weeks and hang out again, they're going to be like, who is that guy that keeps stopping in and hang out? That's Al. He's in real estate. He just stops in and says hello, man. Oh, he's trying to sell you something. No, he's just bullshit. He don't even talk about real estate. Unless I bring it up. That's networking, folks. Anybody remember Equine Country? I know I've told you this. Right? I used to manage all the horse shows. I used to announce the horse shows. Rider number 14, come to ring for your round. Next up is this. Next
Now
up
we
is
know
this.
why you're
That
so
makes
yes,
sense.
At the auction, right?
It's all coming full circle.
You
So-
guys didn't know this?
Yeah.
This story I did know.
So I'm a geek, you know, I wrote a program to track every stats and results so they could just put in the names and it would print out all their results for all their shows and all their classes they were in and everything else. And to count for everything and did all that. I'm just techie like that. Anyway, but I would go out to Equine Country. They had a little store where you could buy horse gear called Tack. And then they had a store where they sold like food and stuff like that. And then they had cabins they rented out behind. And people come out and do horseback rides. And then they have these people would board their horses out there. They come in for clinics on the weekend and everything else. They had rocking chairs out front. It's a 200-acre facility of nothing but woods and horses. Holy shit. Let me get out of Jacksonville for a day. Yeah, I'll go hang out there. I'd go out. I wouldn't even go inside. I'd sit in the front porch and rock in a rocking chair. They'd see me in the window. They'd come out, hang out, they'd sit down and we bullshit. What are you doing? Go look at a house. You know, we got some people sitting in their cabin looking to buy. I gave them their card. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Next time I go out, I'll take a dozen of donuts. Here you go. I'm not eating all these, man. Y'all keep this shit. I know y'all working hard. Just, yeah, I'm trying to lose this. Is that? I don't put my business card on it. I don't have to. Why?
Because you know them.
Because they're all gonna say, where did donuts come from? Oh, Al brought them. Al, yeah. Al. You know, real estate dude. Oh, is he selling something? No, he just gives something like that. See what does our shows and shit. Oh, that guy. He does real estate? Yeah. I need to sell a house. I've got a lot of business from just hanging out. I'm telling you folks, this shit works. Okay?
I need to adopt a kid though.
Huh?
I need to adopt a kid.
No, you don't.
I got a 7-year-old tomorrow, whenever you want.
No.
There you go.
So look, if you have
I'm
kids,
like, I need
I know-
somewhere to hang out.
I know a guy that has kids, right? And he would go to soccer games. Have you ever been to a kid's soccer game?
Creepy old lady.
Right? And every game, he would sit like at the front. The next one, he would sit further down. The next one, he would sit further down. And he'd get to know people every time. Hey, what do you do? Oh, cool. Yeah, awesome. Where do you live? Really? Where you from? Where you doing base? What's your MOS? He just get to know people. And he was building his freaking database because they would ask him, what do you do? real estate. Really, how's the market? Oh, there goes my elevator speech, right? I'll have the elevator speech in your kids. Elevator speech. Actually, market's pretty good, man. I'm just selling about 60 days. Values are up about 7% over last year. And if you're a buyer, interest rates are not great. They kind of suck. They're like 6.25. But they are coming down. And sellers are helping with buyers. Closing costs, so it's really not that bad. You can get in for not a lot of money. Have you heard anything? What have you heard about it? I'm just trying to get info. Just curious what other people see. Or other people heard. It's just conversations. Database Bs. Look, I don't care about the number on that one because you're trying to get. Those are just fit folks that will refer you, but they need to be on a reminder list. So if you look, bless you, if you look at your calendar, you should have everybody in your age should be somewhere to follow up on a calendar. So you're reaching out to them every month. Same to your Bs. So you're reaching out to them every month, keeping in touch because your goal is to get your Bs to A's. And then everybody else should be in C, Group C. It's everybody else you know. They could be friends, other real estate agents, I don't care, those are C's. Some of those are D's. D's are people we delete, but we don't delete, we just want to know what they're calling. Okay? And then some of them are plumbers, or contractors, or attorneys, and you have categories for them too. So if I call Dominique and I say, hey Dominique, you have a plumber? I need a plumber. You sold me my house last year, and the house is falling apart. You suck. My house is falling apart. I need a plumber. And she's like, yeah, let me look it up. Boom, there you go. Right? By the way, what's else wrong with your house? You say I suck. I don't like that. You're being mean to me. I haven't been mean to you. And then how many total people you have in your database? Look, every week you're gonna be writing numbers down, and if you get disappointed, you should because you haven't done anything to grow your business. Don't get mad at the sheet, get mad at your activities. Okay? And then reflection, okay? Big wins. You know what? I went and knocked at a FSBO this week. That's a big win because you took the courage to do it, right? I called on a vacant property. I got my first buyer consult. Next week focus, I wanna find 2 more FSBOs. Holy shit, you kinda got a bug now, don't you? FSBOs. That's cool. Or I wanna call 5 more expireds because I got 2 appointments from just calling them. I'm telling you, that's low-hanging fruit. You know what low-hanging fruit is? It's the easy shit to get. Right? Expireds are easy shit to get. Because they want to sell it. Yeah, but the other agent had it priced too high. Good. That means they're wore out being on the market with no activity, and you come in and be like, here's where you need to be. Should have started so high. Right? Easy day. Questions on tracking. Understand that. Let's look at what you need to do, like the live interviews, explain a little bit more. When I say you need to have 50 live interviews a week, they're live interactions, meaning you talk to somebody. You could be standing in line at Dunkin' Donuts and somebody can say, how's real estate? That's a live interaction. Right? You can go to a family reunion and talk to somebody about real estate. That's a live interaction. I don't care if they're family. Again, that's honey, right? That's how you need to think about it. But Al, I don't like calling people. Okay, do you like talking to your friends? I'm not telling you to call people and talk to people that you don't like. Look, not everybody's up to cold call. Not everybody's up to getting a list of folks and calling them. Right? I think Bill will be okay, Raquel will be okay with it, but I don't know about anybody else. I don't like doing it. I don't like going down a list of folks I don't know and calling them. Do I do it sometimes? Yeah, because I know I have to get a paycheck. If I don't want to go out and do any activities and it's pouring rain all week, I got to do something to grow my business. I got to fill these boxes. Right? I'll call. Give me a list of expired. Let's go. Easy. When you call and talk to folks, obviously accept expireds. I'm talking about when you're talking to folks in your database. Focus on the acronym FORD, family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. Does anyone in there talk to them about buying and selling a house? No. This business is relationship based. That's all you're doing is growing a relationship with them, right? 2 things that drive this business: perception and relationships. That people think you're successful and see that you're successful by you posting other people's properties for sale online on Facebook and your social media, and then you reach out and talk to them, and they like you, do you think they're going to do business with you? You're damn right they will. Do you think they're going to send you business? You're damn right they are. Right? I'm not making it up. It's simple stuff. It's just we're getting our heads about doing it. Like, yeah, but I don't, my phone's about dead. We start making all these excuses. Look, you're just being a friend. And don't call the same person every day. Hey man, how's you doing? Hey man, how's family? Hey man. No, now you're just wearing your friends out. I've only got 10 friends now. Cool, me too.
I don't have any.
You're gonna make some. You know people, either in the gym world, from training and all that. You know folks. Look, I have, and no offense to anybody that's in this room, but I have probably 5 really, really, really close friends.
Don't have her.
Huh?
I'm just kidding.
Maybe 5. But I probably have, 14,000 acquaintances of folks that I know. And out of that 14,000, there's probably 4,000 that are friends. People that I know that recognize me. It's bad when you call folks. You say, how you doing? What's going on? And like, who's this?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. You want to have a drop in your heart for a minute? Start doing that, because then you have to explain, oh, I'm sorry, this is Al.
3 years ago.
Yeah, this is Al. I sold the house a few years ago. Oh, yeah, you. Haven't kept in touch with me. That's right. I'm sorry. I just want to see how you're doing. Doing great. Have a good day. Shit, I messed that one up.
So what do you think about just sold flyers, like after you sell like marketing just sold?
That's fun. That's great. Anything to get your name and exposure out there. I like to manage my budget in better ways.
Yeah, I'm saying, do you think there's a good return on investment on those just sold?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a good return on farming either.
I
No.
wonder if you're not consistent, I don't think so.
Even if you are consistent. I did it.
Unless you live there.
Oh, I did it for 2.5 years. I'm
I would
sorry.
rather get in front
I
of
did it.
somebody than
No.
send them a flyer, because I throw everything away.
I mailed shit for 2.5 years, and I did flags and yard sales for 4 years in specific communities, and they are not loyal.
Mm-hmm.
The best return is building relationships and reaching out and talking
I
to
agree.
people, because you spend a ton of money, right? Now the buyer follow-up program that we have, that's bomb diggity, yeah.
Forget it.
Cheap. Set it, forget it. George Foreman, let's go. Absolutely. Yes. But I'm not big on doing mass mailers like that. I'm just not. It's good for exposure, and when you get to the point where you are just trying to flood the market with who you are and everybody get in front of you. Look, there was a time that I was flooding communities so much with material that we had there's another story. We had a yard sale. And I would market everybody, hey, having a yard sale, if you send me your address, I'll come by and put balloons on it, I'm gonna put it in paper, everything else, and I'll list your specific addresses, and I'd buy the ad and everything else. Right? Then on that day, I go out, put the balloons out, and I go visit everybody and talk to them, and I wear a shirt that has my name on it with the company, and I'm walking through, and these people come up like, oh, it's you! You are a person, what? No way, you're here! Can you please autograph? Sign up for it, please. I'm like, whoa, what? Get out of here. No, I ain't doing that. They literally went in and got one of my recipe cards that I sent to them, came back out and said, please, come in and sign it. Please sign it. I thought I was a damn movie star. And I'm like, I ain't all that. I'm just like you. I'm looking to buy some shit. I don't need it. We don't buy shit we don't need. So yeah, I signed it. Did they list and sell with me? No, them sorry bastards. So that's whenever you ask me about mailing, I can tell you firsthand, and then every 4th of July, I would take and put a flag at their mailbox, and I would put compliments of and have my business card stapled to it, right? Just a little nice flag, 4th of July. I did 850 of those every year, 850. To Cherrybrook, Live Oak Estates, and all of Verona.
Oh, Live Oak Estates, I like that.
Yep. I would get a phone call from a specific address in Cherrywoods at the very back corner, 2-story house. The guy would call, it's illegal to put your name on the American flag for marketing. Come take it down. Take it down, or I'm reporting you to the law. All right, sir. I'll be right out to get it. I was just trying to do a nice thing. People ask me who puts them out, so that's why I put that on there. I didn't staple my name, but I'm not going to get into that. I'll be out this afternoon and take it down. That's a compliment, because they seen it and they called you. My marketing's working, so don't worry about that. And then I get a call. Thank you so much. Can you bring me 2 others? My kids want some. I'd love to have. Sure, I have a stack. Here, I'll bring them out. I'd take them 5 with my business card, each one of them, so they can hand them out to their friends. So, yes, it does work for the networking piece. Some of the pieces don't work. But when it comes to the loyalty of them coming back, the honey works a lot better on a fridge. I went to so many houses and saw agents' pictures on a calendar that was
I
2
had a
years
client of
old.
mine that had somebody else, another agent on their
Yep.
account, and I said, how dare you?
I do the same thing. I walk in and I'd be like, can I take this down? I'm like, no, I love the calendar. Do you have a knife? You know? Can I peel his picture or her picture and just put mine
I was
over?
there for a birthday party, how dare you?
Yeah. But the cool thing is it'd be there and my measurement thing would be right beside it, right? And they called me like, yeah, we're not calling them. I just like the calendar. They send me shit all the time. So I'm telling you, when it comes to, it's about who they like.
Yeah.
It's about relationships. We hear it all the time. This industry is about relationships, and I'm telling you, I've seen it. I know it is. You gotta do it.
You gotta be nicer.
100%. When I worked for Scott for 4 years and he was selling over 100 homes a year during that time, out of everything that he did, the biggest ROI that he ever had every single year was the little like tear off calendars that you can put on your fridge with a magnet that was his card. The biggest return that we would get as far as like where did you get the name from or what did you call or whatever like that we would always get business after we
That's why I tell you to put a magnet, because we all get cards from everybody and they go on our dressers or in the trash. And if you put a magnet on, they're gonna stick it on their fridge. And now they see your smiling face every day. Every day when they go to
Make sure it's a good
coffee
picture.
or the milk.
I need a new picture. I said I need a new picture.
Just saying. So when you're reaching out to people, look, live interviews can include current buyers, just giving them an update because you had a conversation. Current sellers, you gave an update. Sellers on your warm or hot list, you're following up. Hey, how's it going? How's the repairs coming? When are you ready? I'll have photos. When you do a listing, please hire a photographer. You don't have to take your own photos. I want to save money. I can't spend. I got a guy that'll do them for like $200. High end. They have low level lighting. Low level lighting means there's no shadows, no dark spots, and it makes the room look so much better than regular photos. Okay. I'm just telling you. Anyway, when we do photos, buyers on your warm or hot list, your database, ABCs, call and reach out. Do lunch dates. Hey man, let's go grab a freaking beer. That's a live conversation. Telling you, schedule a breakfast at the gym, at dinner, at kids' soccer games. If you don't have any kids, you mentioned that earlier, get into groups and meet with folks once a month and something you enjoy. If you like basket weaving, find a group that meets every month for basket weaving and go just go hang out. And once you get to know them, right? And you figure out everybody, then when you go out next week, now you take these little pop buys that Seacoast has, like this was the ice cream scoopers and the cake cutter things, right? Put your little name tag on it, or your business card, or a little ribbon, attach it to it, and hand them out to all your friends the next time you go. Women love that, guys don't. Take them to basketball or something. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Something. Community meetings, church, soccer, that kind of stuff. Look, the next 3 are like easy, so easy. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, and happy house anniversary. Did you know if you were in Google, or even in Apple, and you put in their birthday, because it has a feel for birthday, it'll go on the calendar, and it'll remind you every time the day before the birthday. You'll get a reminder. Tomorrow's Jim's birthday. Oh shit. Well, you just put it in. Oh, yeah, that's too much work. I gotta work. I gotta open up the contact. I gotta go down to the field for the birthday.
Preach it, yeah.
You gotta look at your calendar that you already look at.
And then I gotta put it in. Yeah, but it pops up as a reminder. You don't have to look at the calendar, it just pops up.
Yeah, I'm on top.
I mean, how hard is it? 1 second.
You're my admin.
And if you wanna go the extra mile, set a reminder for a week before as well, so that you remember to send them a card.
Yep, you'll get the habit of that. Happy anniversary, happy house anniversary. It's really cool. I called some folks the other day, they're good friends of mine, and I was just like, did you know? I wish I was practicing still.
Bite your tongue.
Yeah, I
Or maybe referral.
You are.
Just give us a name,
You're
we'll
just
give you a
not,
referral.
you're just not selling. It's
People,
all right.
people at open houses, small business
know.
owners.
I'm joining the team,
So-
y'all.
How many, everybody in town, how many real estate agents do you think they know?
Oh gosh, too many.
Everybody you know knows probably what, 4 or 5 other real estate
Yes.
agents,
On average. yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I have some folks, they probably know a good 30 other agents in town, at least. Yet they've sold 5 houses with me. I'm just telling you, all you have to do is build a relationship. And just be yourself, don't be fake. You know, if I call you and say, hey man, how's it going? How's your day been? That's bullshit, right? But if I call you and say, hello, Bryce, how was your day today? You're like, dude, what do you say? That's not you. Just be you when you call folks. I don't care if you know them or not. Be you. Because you can tell when someone calls you and they're fake, right?
Yeah.
They can tell too. So don't do that. And if you don't know what to say when someone asks you a question, don't be like, well, here's what when they ask you
Great
something.
question. I don't have the answer, but I'll get
No,
it.
you just sit there and you be quiet for a minute and you think. And then you say, you know what? I think I know the answer to that, but let me get back to you because I just want to verify something. Something like that, right? Let me check on that for you. But don't just spit out, hey, let me check on it for you. Because then you don't know. But don't really, I'll check on that. How confident does that make you look? Not very confident. So small business owners, that's a great place to go hang out and bullshit. I'm telling you, all these small businesses go and hang out and bullshit because they have people that come in all day, right? And they're gonna get to the point, I don't ask them, can I put my business cards out? Equine Country, they said, you know, Al, if you have business cards, put them here, we will give them out for you. Oh, all right, I'll bring some, I'll come back out. Next day. Oh yeah, just gonna drop these off. Here you go. Cool. I'm gonna set them right here by the cash register so everybody sees them. Oh, thank you. That was cool. I didn't ask, they did. So when you see all these places, right? When they ask you, it's even so much. It means so much more. Because they want to be your rating A, right? That's your A's. And everybody that comes in there to do any business, they're giving them your info. Holy shit, those are good ones. So when you have your hot list and your warm list, again, warm list. Warm list is somebody that you think is going to do real estate. Like if they have orders, they have a child going to college, they have a new baby coming, they get a job promotion, job change, a divorce. They're going to do something in real estate, right? So if I know Bill, and I hear that Bill is expecting a new kid, that's awesome. I know Bill lives in a townhouse, 2-bed, 2-bath, and they already have another kid. Do you think he's gonna be looking? Probably. But I'm not being Bill and say, hey man, now I have a kid, you need a new house.
Oh, I'm not having no more kids ever.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But if that was the case,
My kids are almost out of the house.
I knew you was gonna go there, but most of us would say that. But I would be like, I would just make sure that I have a routine follow-up with him. How's it going? What are you up to? How's everything with your wife? Cool. Do you have any plans? How's the nursery coming? These are settled hints. How's the nursery? Where you plan on kids are gonna be in the corner of the bedroom, or what do you plan to do? You leave them in the living room, put them out back in the shed, what are you gonna do? I mean, when you start having just that subtle conversation, like, yeah, I don't know, man, we need to talk about that. Cool. By the way, soccer game this weekend, right? What time? Cool. I'm gonna be there. Throw those plugs in, and then they're gonna be like, you know what? We've been thinking, we may need to get a bigger house. What do we do? Well, what we would do is, I think the first thing we do is let me sit down and just kind of explain the process, you know, what to expect. I'm gonna make sure we can get it. Yeah, but we have to sell it in this house. Have you thought about renting it? Why'd you want to sell it? It's a great rental. How you bought it 5 years ago, and the payments are low. I know what you bought it for, it's on to you. I know your payments are, or you could rent it and make some money. You thought about that? No, we haven't, but we've always wanted to have our own rental. Cool. I didn't go trying to sell my house, right? I'm not trying to just make a buck. Because a lot of people just be like, yeah, we'll sell that house, we'll get you know, don't worry about it. No, because again, it's about who they know. Do you think they're gonna raving fans and tell everybody, man, I got a rental property now, he got me this killer house, you got, well, right? And then all of a sudden they get orders. They're in the house for a year and they leave. Well, we need to sell this house, but we're gonna keep this for a rental. But the new one we need to sell because you're just not gonna have enough money to be able to cover your mortgage. By the way, we're buying in Oklahoma. Can you please come help us in Oklahoma, man? The agents out here, they don't do anything and tell us nothing. Can you come help us in Oklahoma? No, but I can connect you with a great agent out there that will. Now I got a referral. My check is referral. I got a put a little number there. That's pretty good. It's cool when people ask you to go to other states to do business. It's just so cool. But then whenever you're doing the forward and you're keeping up with your folks, that's how you're building your relationships, right? I'm telling you, this business has been very, very good to me, and it can be very good to each one of you if you just focus on the relationships and keep in touch with people and the follow-ups. If you have a routine, you come in the morning, watch the hot sheet, you do some sort of activity every morning for 2, 3, 4 hours, that's it. You will be very successful. It's that simple. If you don't have enough people to talk to, well, you just need to increase your database. How you do that? Just make friends. Make friends. Go do stuff you enjoy. And when you go do it, if you have kids in school, wear your name tag when you go to some event. And when you get there and they say, oh, you're in real estate, I see your name tag. Oh shit, sorry about that. Throw it in your pocket. Yeah, I didn't mean to. Well, tell me, how's the market? Here. Do you do this pitch? And as soon as I leave out of that room, you're over here and hang out. Oh, so you're real estate? Oh, yeah, shit, sorry. Do that about 3 times at an event, and then leave it in your pocket, because then people see you put it back on. Like it's gone. And I got here.
Then you look skinny.
Yes.
And they're like, I knew this scam.
They're like, this guy's cheesy.
It works though, I'm telling you.
I used to wear mine upside down when I first got
That's
started.
the other one, is wear it upside down. That's the other trick, yeah. And wear your name tag everywhere you go. Grocery store, look at Lowe's. I've been in Lowe's so many times and standing there. I do flips, and I have shirts that have my team and stuff on it. So I would wear them all the time. I could start getting shit and paint whatever, I didn't care. So I have it. And I'd be in Lowe's looking at something, and somebody like, hey, you're in real estate? Yep, sure am. And I had no intent on talking real estate to anybody. Look, I got a house I gotta get done. I got shit and I gotta go. This is my D personality coming out. Sorry, don't want to talk to you. Hey man, cool. You know, I might sell my house. That's awesome, dude. I'm looking for this shit right now. Cool. Have a good day. How'd I go? I was just in a place where I didn't really want to worry about that. I had shit to do. I had people waiting for me. I gotta get back. I ain't got time to do all that right now. He talked to me like 4 or 5 times. And I'm just like, okay, dude, cool. Oh, I'm telling you, it works. I'm saying that because it works. Wear the shit and just go. How many window shoppers do we have? Like, I don't have any money to go buy anything. I don't care. Go walk around. You know, Lowe's has that clearance aisle in the back. Was every other day like, what do you want? We'll make you a great deal. Hey, don't you want this? Don't you want this? Don't you want this? No, dude, I'm just waiting for some paint to get mixed up. But cool. All right, I tried. Yeah, you did. If I'd had a thing on, they probably would have said real estate, and I'd have been like, yeah, but I didn't. So And I probably wouldn't talk much to him about it anyway. I mean, if I do, I'm like, yeah, let me connect you. And who's on duty? And phew, throw him back to the office. Anyway, where you go, Target, Walmart, coffee shop, small businesses. Again, it's not about those folks. If they're doing anything in real estate, right? It's about who they know. I'll set an appointment with somebody that I know can't qualify for a house. And I'll go through the buying process with them. Because me taking the time to explain it to them, huge. Because you think they're gonna work on their credit, because I'm gonna get them in touch with my lender that can help them get their credit fixed so they can buy in 6 months. And then at 6 months, they're on my calendar to follow up. Hey, how's it coming? Everything good? Lender, you on track? Have you reached out and talked to your so-and-so? Cool. Awesome, just make sure we're on track.
Which those relationships do pay off. I have several clients.
I
that
have too,
2
yes.
3 years working on their credit and they're just now buying. You know, it's the long game.
Look, and that's what you have to think. Thank you. That's what you got to think about. It's not everybody you meet. It's the long game. It's not about what they can happen right now. That's my other.
So is this an advertising space on your bike there,
We already talked about how many people in your database knows people. And look, all this is just simply to keep top of mind, so they refer people to you, right? That's it. You're just trying to stay top of mind so that whenever somebody thinks about hunting, they call you.
I'll call you when I think about honey out.
Okay. Please do.
I just bought some, sorry.
That's cool. I don't sell honey with that. Now you'll be thinking about that every time you think about honey. You'll be thinking about me. See how that works? It's the same real estate. It's just about networking. Questions about today? This is simple tracking, and why you need to track it. Simply what I said with the email, right? Is this hard stuff? Anybody have any questions about any of these activities?
I don't have a question, I have more of a statement. So like all of these can apply to those that show rentals and place people in rentals, stay in touch with those people. They're gonna refer their people to you. A lot of times, especially here being military, there's military coming in, but they know their buddy that's coming in from Pendleton or wherever, and that buddy might be buying, right? So stay in contact with them, and then also set in your calendar to stay in contact with them, but maybe in 9 months, get a hold of them, have a conversation. Hey, your lease is up in 3 months. Have y'all thought about buying? Where are you guys at? What is your plan? So like, add them to your database and keep in touch with them too.
And 100%, I mean, what he's saying is, it works. If you're not gonna wear a name tag everywhere, get a Coldwell Banker shirt, get a Coldwell Banker jacket. I mean, you like the females, and wearing a real estate jacket, like getting your nails done. Even I've gotten like business from, you're sitting there and they're like, oh, you're in real estate? Like, it's the same thing. It's anywhere you go, anywhere that you're frequenting, that you're gonna be sitting, talking or having conversations with people. But to all the newer people especially, like, if you don't have conversations with people, those conversations aren't going to happen. I can't tell you how many agents I get in front of me that are like, not out talking to people, intentionally talking to people, and then wondering why they're not able to have these conversations. If you don't want to have to pick up the phone and cold call, that's what you have to do, is either put everyone that's in your phone in your database and make sure that you're intentionally reaching out to them on a regular basis, but also be intentional about meeting new people, whether it's in the grocery line or whether it's at the basketball game or whether it's at the football game or whatever. If you just go sit there and don't speak to anybody, then you're not going to meet any new people. Be intentional about smiling and shaking hands and greeting people and just wanting to meet and get to know new people everywhere you go all the time. Like that's your new personality now, if it wasn't before. So get used to it.
If you don't know what to say, you're not going to have all the answers right now. You're just not. You simply learn that elevator speech that's in your guide, right? So that when people do say anything about real estate, you have a response. So now you look like you know what you're talking about. Again, that's the perception piece of this world, of this industry, right? You know what you're doing. And when they start talking about real estate, you're not going to get into a whole thing right now. If someone comes up and says, hey, I'm looking to buy, man, what do I got to do next? You know what, let's set an appointment. I don't think everybody around here needs to know your business. Hey, I need to sell a house. Okay, I'm not going to give you numbers right now. I haven't seen the house, right? Look at the elevator speech, look at the checklist, and then just go talk to people and talk to them about other things besides real estate. They're going to ask you what you do. It's
I
not
have
easy.
my business cards out at restaurants all the time.
Look, this can apply to anybody at any level in your business, and just starting to do this will help you when we start doing business planning next week, and you start putting together your goals. Questions?
What are these fridge magnets?
Huh?
What are these fridge magnets?
Amazon.
Amazon, Staples, any of those. You're just looking for peel and stick magnets. That's all.
I need business all the time.
Yeah. All right, y'all. That's all I got today. I told you it'd be pretty basic stuff. Thank y'all for coming.
We should,
Appreciate it.
we should